Okay, popular US lawmakers, the likes of Riley Moore and other US lawmakers are saying that what? That if Tinubu government don't act now, they will be forced to act. That enough is enough of the crime of the innocent Biafrans, of the innocent Christian, of the innocent middle betters in Nigeria. They said enough is enough. That Tinubu is not making any move as regards any action towards solving the insecurity crisis in Nigeria. And a lot of people are saying the US enough is enough. Let them come and divide Nigeria so that there can be peace again in Nigeria. If division is not to bring peace, let Donald Trump, Netanyahu go ahead as regards splitting Nigeria. What's your take as regards?
Splitting of Nigeria, dismembering of Nigeria is an imperative now, right now, internationally, object of discussion in Asia, in Europe, in America, especially US congressmen and Israeli Knesset. Division of Nigeria, that is separation of Biafra from Nigeria, is what is going to bring Christian genocide to an abrupt stop. Nigeria must divide. I'm telling you, whatever Remo is doing, Nahin Sabi. Yes. Whosoever. I have seen Alex Bebe campaigning seriously that Tinubu is in trouble, that Nigeria is in trouble. I mean, the latest Palm Sunday worshippers killings, they were all slaughtered by these bandits. Terrorist group from northeastern Nigeria invaded Mid-Belt, attacked Palm Sunday worshippers in Jos Plateau. We just only discovered that Tinubu landed in airport. He could not go to the venue of the incident. He could not go to the victims' family and commiserate with them. He just stopped at the airport, and those family members paid transport, paid for logistics on meeting him at the airport. What did he give to them? Nothing. Nothing. He said, handshake, and I don't have anything to give you. I can only carry soldiers. Can't give you. He now donated soldiers, meaning that he gave soldiers instruction.
But if that it will never happen, do you think it's just a mere talk?
No, it's a mere talk. Tinubu is just talking.
It's happened in Benue, Kwara. People are living non from Nasarawa.
It's a selfish talk. Listen, nothing. It can't happen again. In Kwara again, they killed 5. In Benue again, they killed many after the other major attacks by terrorist group. Now, in this Jos, it has been happening. It has been happening on and on, relentlessly. Bandits attacking churches, slaughtering troops of Christians, which is a major reason why the US congressmen have been, over the years threatening Nigeria for division. Nigerian government, especially this administration, has been subjected to US threats, US congressmen, lawmakers threat that it is the high time Nigeria is divided. And this division is coming on alarming rate. That's the only reason the Biafrans have been, clamoring for sitting away from Nigeria, because killings are getting too much, out of control. Just imagine, last week, not up to 1 week, 4 days ago, are you listening to me? The Palm Sunday worshippers were in the church. All of a sudden, the entire church was engulfed with what? Serious fire. Many were caught across the fire. Across fire were that many that were caught across fire were women, nursing women. You could see so glaring a nursing woman with the baby strapped on her laps. The baby is gone. She was crying, whispering to the baby to wake up for where? A child, small girl, small baby, might be a girl, it might be a boy child, a girl child, they are all the same. See, you see the killings, it has gotten out of control. Even right now, the US congressmen and the Igbo, diasporas, Igbo Americans, are getting worried that USA is wasting time. Remo is wasting time. We don't know if Remo has collected bribe. Remo, the Biafran lobbyist, the man that is lobbying for absolute, stop, absolute halt of Christian genocide in Nigeria. We don't know whether he has actually compromised, though. Time is running out. Many Christians are still dying, even more in number than before. You see why congressmen have been happy, crying, shouting. I don't know what is going on at White House. Is it because of Iran, Israeli-America conflict in the Middle East? Is that why these killings in Nigeria has been intensified more? And Nigerian military are not doing anything. Tinubu has gone to just promising them 850 soldiers. Are those 850 soldiers not in the barrack? Were they not in the barrack when there was over 2 hours shootings around the church premises, and many Palm Sunday watchers were caught across the fire? It was a bloody Palm Sunday service in Jos Plateau State of Nigeria. And I'm telling you that the Chomo, the Reverend, has been crying and crying all along at the site, burial site, where these innocent murdered Christians were committed to the interred to the Mother Earth last week. Barely, just 5 days ago, worshippers, Palm Sunday worshippers, when Jesus Christ was reenactment of triumphal entry in Jerusalem. It was a gory triumphal entry celebration in the northern Nigeria when Fulani bandits, embarked on their normal bloody business of slaughtering Christians as their usual business. It has been like that on and on, over time for over how many years now? A situation whereby worshippers in Nigerian churches will be busy doing their normal Christian faith. Fulani terrorists will attack. Fulani terrorists will invade churches, slaughtering Christians, shooting them, indiscriminately. Shooting indiscriminately at the church. It took place 4 days ago. As I'm telling you right now, Tinubu has done nothing other than paying visit to airport. From the airport, he was sending messages to the victims' family. Some of the victims' families that could pay for logistics met him at the airport, and he promised them what we don't know.
He said he's going to install
Only
5,000 camera.
Only camera. Could camera solve this problem? Only camera. Camera that bandits will use guns. They are AK-47. Scatter all over the places. They are going to shoot down the whole cameras. You don't install cameras, you fight insecurity. You don't use camera to fight insecurity. Camera might give you clue of crimes, but it can never quell or stop crimes in the society. Camera is meant for investigations, identification of, perpetrators or assailants. That is how long camera could go to at least fight insecurity. But they will not stop insecurity. It is the security operatives, the police, the soldiers, the marine, the navies that could actually stop, quell insecurity in advanced countries. And I'm telling you that Nigeria is not one of them. Nigeria is not an advanced country. That's why Tinubu is busy campaigning for his second coming 2027, while Nigerians are dying in their large number. Do you know how many people have lost their lives recently in Kwara State? Just 5 were killed. Zamfara, everybody is on the run, if you don't know. Zamfara State, Nasarawa, everywhere. Kwara State, Woro, Iworo, Oworo, or Woro community in Kwara State. Do you know how many that lost their lives there? And Ondo people and Kogi people, they are preparing for the attack. Actually, they sent them letter that they are coming. So what are we saying? Tinubu's visit to venue of, Palm Sunday worshippers last week, where Christians were killed in their large number, is just a waste effort. They wasted effort allowing him to go there or bring him to that place because they only spent money. As he went to the airport, they must have spent money because a private jet or presidential jet was used. They can only tell you that they used 10 billion. I don't really understand. It's still part of the money making venture, in this administration. Tinubu is not serious.
But Radimo is saying what? He said Trump is a no-nonsense president, that they've given enough time, and if, just like you said, if they're not ready to act, they will do the needful. But a lot of people are saying, just like you said, has Radimo been bribed? Because his report to Donald Trump, it was in the IDP camp when he even said, even the terrorists come to the IDP camp to even supply these people. And from the report that I was giving Trump, a lot of people are saying, have this man compromised for what he saw in Nigeria?
Let me tell you, after the 9 million bribe, which White House actually discovered and investigated so far, most Igbos, most Christians in Nigeria have actually thought otherwise. That Raymond has been bribed out. And if you look at his own statement, he's not being straightforward anymore. He's very, very unstable in his statement. He will say, we will try to fight for peace and look for a way to stop the bandits or the insurgents from killing. We cannot actually fight them, so that there will be no escalation. Which escalation are you not afraid of? Escalation is on course. Killing of Christians, east and the southwestern Nigeria, has actually escalated into a full-blown war. It's a pogrom. Why is this man Raymond, soft peddling now after the U.S., Tomahawk, United States military Tomahawk attack in the northeastern Nigeria at the eve of December 2025? We've seen a Raymond that has soft pedaled, and these bloody terrorist pigs, they've moved into vicinities. Every vicinities, every localities, every local urbanities in Nigeria have been subjected to incessant attack, bloody one right now by the terrorists. And we are looking up to the promises, most of the braggings and let me say boasting and most of the promises from Raymond. Raymond is right now doing nothing, and we actually believe that he has collected more than $9 million. And we are praying and praying since, let it not happen. Donald Trump won't take nonsense. I still abide with the word spoken by Alex Weber, the CIA agent who actually threatened Tinubu administration that they are going to see hell. After visiting the venue of Palm Sunday worshippers, where they were slaughtered by bandits, Alex Weber promised Nigeria, especially the Tinubu administration, hell, because he said that Trump is a no-nonsense man, that Nigerian military is going to suffer hell. Because the idea, their barracks, from the barracks to the venue of the Palm Sunday worshippers, is how many meters away? What about the police barracks? Why coming after 2 hours operation of the bandits and even started blocking the locals, I mean the youths, from chasing the bandits, running after them to at least attack them too? The youths in Jos wanted to act. It was soldiers that stopped them, blocking them. I don't know what I understand. Until that man of God, the cleric, the bishop, actually promised Nigerians and the youths, just youths, youths in the just, that they are coming up with a way to procure arms for them so that everybody should defend himself.
Okay, but do you think state or Elimo says is state police solution or just
yes, let's say police,
of this,
you could see
division?
state police that actually kick off last month, and everybody was like jubilating that we've gotten it right. The state police is nowhere to be found. It is like the spate, the news, the speculations, of state police as usual has gone down. It has died down, just a natural death, like as usual. In Nigeria, anything that comes up always go down in terms of law. Now they have actually swept state police under carpet. Why? Because Fulani is everywhere. In the House of Assembly there, Fulani is made up of 85%. What about House of Rep? It's all over Fulani. The entire state of North are Fulanis. That's why they have been sweeping state police policy under carpet. No need of initiating it, no need of bringing it to pass, because the Fulani Janjaweeds are all over Nigerian government. If the entire agencies, public agencies, that are made up of Fulani Janjaweeds could actually at least revamp themselves, let there be reshuffle, put the numbers of Fulanis to Yoruba to equate it, balance it up, so that there should be what? A mutual decision taking or making among the public office holders, so that a particular tribe that is more will not like to favor injustice. Of course, you know that Fulani is more in crime in Nigeria. I mean, crime perpetration in Nigeria, and Fulanis are more in the public office, designation in Nigeria. That's why every good suggestion or policy that comes and goes, Fulanis would like to sweep it under carpet, because Fulani is the Nigerian problem have. And if care is not taken, Nigeria will never remain again. I can see it coming, because division of Nigeria is imminent, and that's the only way we could solve this insecurity. Or hang you? You don't hang. To restart if you disappear. No, don't restart them. There are places where you go. Where you go.
No screen.
See, can you see what I do? See. Look at me. I don't on. See.
Environment, they cannot survive. And lastly, mentally, they cannot survive. Check out get sense. Now anywhere you push and go, you go no. But you cannot trade with Igbos, whether educated or not educated. They have something to drop on the table. In anywhere Igbo man appear, whether he go school or no go school, that place you go know say Igbo man is around. Because we go bring in development, because we go produce and we contribute to the growth and the success and the development of that area. Go to 36 states or 37, including the FCT, making it 37 states that make up this country. Go to any state, then check their development. Igbo man contributes 75. More than every other tribe in Nigeria. Take a look at it, my beloved brother. I must be honest to us. In Lagos State, do you know how many Fulanis that are in Lagos? How many of them are paying tax? How many of them are renting house? How many of them are paying for electricity? I'm asking you, how many of them are paying for sweeping the environment? How many of them are paying? There are none. How many? How many? But you eventually see every average Igbo man, at least, even if he did not do much, he will try to have at least one room apartment. So landlord is benefiting from that. The economy of Lagos State is growing from that. Sweeping, they pay in the compound. They pay for electricity, NEPA they use. We pay for water that we use. We pay for virtually everything we use in Lagos State. But how many of them? Go now, you see many of them in the night, every night. You see them sleeping in the gutter. Somebody that is sleeping inside gutter, how do you expect him to pay rent? Is gutter a house? Who is the landlord of gutter? No, 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 let us be sincere. You see why he's telling you that they are not going to survive? Because mentally, everything will work against them. But the Igbos have advantage because we have been industrious from the origin. We have been mindfully independent, mindfully developers, mindfully economically. Do you understand? So you see why he's telling you that they are not going to cope. They are coping today is because Igbos are still in their midst. Remove Igbos, there will be no Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay, Biafran evangelist. Now you've made it clear for my viewers, and I think they are curious to know this particular question I want to ask. Please, now he's saying that they cannot survive without the Igbos, and at the same time, they still do not want an Igbo man to be the president of Nigeria. With your own fair judgment and understanding, what would you say is their fear? Okay, the Igbo man cannot be a president, and you still don't want them to go, and you say they are not still important to the country. Why do you think they're so scared of an Igbo man becoming the president of Nigeria?
Number one, they are scared of an Igbo man. Take a look at what is playing now. Mazen Namdekano. When Igbo man make up his mind of something, it doesn't go back to it. It's difficult to defeat. A Yoruba man I asked, a landlord, he said why he's avoiding Igbo man in his house is that if you have Igbo, if you fight Igbo man, they beat you. He go beat you to death. But if na Yoruba man, he go beat you remain. It's a proverb and it's an adage. Themselves, they are afraid. Do you know why they're afraid? They know what Igbos can do. They know that if we decide to do something, we do it to the extreme. And we are the kind of people that we find it's not easy. That's why they will tell you, say, Igbo amazing. Not that we don't know king or we don't have king. We have a king, but we respect each other. The king respects us and we respect the king. And the law does not come from the king alone. It must be on a dialogue table. Sure, you understand now? So, but in their own asses, they always want it to be them. Once they say, every other person must obey. But Igbo man is a person that anything you say, you table before him, he will ask you questions. Not even Yoruba, no Fulani, no Hausa will ask questions. But Igbo man, every whether he go school or no go school, he go ask you questions based on what you present to him. You see why they are afraid. And if you're not able to convince him, you cannot convert him.
So now,
So they are afraid. And two, another point is this. In 1966 coup d'etat, Nzogwu, they are afraid of Nzogwu because they did not see it coming. what Nzogwu gave to them in 1966, January 15. Then they were trying to carry out their evil manipulation, intimidation, humiliation, and oppression against Nigerians on the 16th of January, that 1966. But Nzogwu now carried his own on the 15th before that 16th. So, and they are not seeing Nzogwu as an Igbo man. They are seeing Nzogwu as a fellow Fulani, because that one has never identified himself or introduced himself as a fully pure Igbo man before them. He presented himself as what? As a normal Fulani, moreover, an Hausa person. Do you understand? So, but because of that act, the thing now registered in their heart never to trust Igbo man again, no matter what you do. They cannot trust you again. And they are afraid that we are too intelligent. Likewise, the UK. And that was why when UK want to leave, they know that Igbos are wiser than all these people. They decided to give it to them, the power, rather than the Igbos. Do you understand? You see why they don't want us to test that power. They are scared. And coupled with what happened in 1966 in Aburiako, you know, they went to series of courts with Ojukwu. I mean, Nigeria, they go on and Ojukwu. And which Ojukwu diplomatically defeated the Nigerian Gowon. Diplomatically, educationally, in all application. You understand? So, and on that note, they were scared of the Igbos. They can overnight. They can do anything overnight. So they are scared. And I want to quote another man again. He's still alive. He's a living Nigerian former president, IBB. Do you know what IBB say? IBB said that when Igbo man is talking, if Igbo man voice out, he will keep his eyes open. But when a Yoruba man talk, he say he will go to sleep. IBB, I quote and I quote again. IBB says so. You can do your findings. Meaning that I'm telling you that there is something about the Igbos. They are Mr. No Nonsense. So they are afraid of them getting there. Because that thing which the British know, Igbos know it better than the British. And they will continue to enslave Nigeria through the Fulanis.
So does that now mean that brings us down to exactly what they are talking about? That brings us down to exactly what we are talking about the breathing. So is it because of the Igbos being rigid and wanting to know exactly the right thing to do that made them to hand that power over to the Fulanis? Because the Fulanis, they usually dance to the tune of whatever.
And they just drop because they only believe in one way. But every evil man, before he join you, you must explain to him. He must understand you before he do what? He go with you. That's what happened. And let me tell you, they say we are dot. You know the meaning of dot?
The former
president of Nigeria say we are what? Dot. But that dot, zero. But the zero is the one feeding the nation. Is the one that is carrying the nation. Go and check every good reputation of Nigeria internationally. 95% of it are the Igbos that gave it to this country. Go and check the era of Simon Ekpan, the one that Nigeria used a Finnish government to kidnap today and keep in the with the injustice domain territory. Simon Ekpan make Nigeria proud and the Igbo man.
In Finland, right?
Yes, the same Simon Ekpan in Finland. He represented Nigeria in athletics and he did well. He won gold for Nigeria. He made Nigerian name proud. Anywhere in the world, in time of medication, let me shock you. Do you know that currently now, the chief of naval staff, the captain of naval staff of America is a Nigerian man, Igbo man to be precise.
So are you saying that Igbos know how to make history?
Igbo know how to make a nation proud. We have been making Nigeria proud, but they fail to recognize it. They fail to respect us. They fail to honor us. They fail to give us that kudos. Rather, they come to give us the IPOB is what? A terrorist. A terrorist that don't have a gun. How can you terrorize a place without having arms? But the people, the original people that are terrorizing the nation are working freely. They searched Mazen Namdekano. Nigerian government invaded Mazen Namdekano house. What did they find? Nothing. But they invaded the Igbo house. They got gun. They saw gun there and other things, which they couldn't see in Mazen Namdekano's house. Yet, Igbo is working freely. Mazen Namdekano is sentenced to life imprisonment, Sokoto prison. Are you not seeing injustice? Yes. The people you call what? Terrorists, many of them go to Germany. Do you know that in Germany, we have Suji, we have different kind of Igbo festival days, activities going on in that land. We never cause violence. Is it in America? If we are trouble people, will America be giving somebody from Igbo, their chief of never staff, the captain of all overall? Do you know what it means? In Germany, in all over the world, would that, let me tell you, do you know that we have Igbo village, Igbo community in Russia? You can do your findings. Igbo community in Russia doing well, making the nation proud. Yet in Nigeria here, they are messing us up. They don't know what God has given to them. That is why we want to go. By the time we go, whatsoever that happened to Nigeria is none of our business. We are not talking about dividing Nigeria. We are talking about exiting Nigeria. We just want to leave Nigeria. Let Nigeria continue.